Hey, how's it going? Jackson here at Toasty DIY, and today we are taking a look at the Fifine M9 wireless lav mics. Let's go ahead and start unboxing them. So we are no strangers when it comes to wireless lavaliers. We've been using them for many years, literally since pretty much the start of the Toasty Bros. We started on shotgun mics and then made our way over to our first lav mics, which were like the really old, almost like movie theater style, where you had the cord that went up your shirt, and then you had a big receiver on the side, and then you had a big transmitter on your side, and then a massive receiver on the camera that was like the size of this box. They've come a long way. Right now I'm using a DJI Mic 2. We actually, for pretty much, well, for all of our YouTube videos, we use the DJI Mic 1s and the Mic 2s. So this is like the newest rendition right here. Little tiny receiver on the camera that we're recording with. But these M9s are on sale right now on Amazon. You can also buy them from Fifine's website, but you're looking at like 55 to 70 bucks. At 55, they're probably going to be a wonderful deal, but we could actually open them up and test them, but it seems like it's going to be a very similar setup to how the DJIs are, the Rode mics. There's the DJI Minis now. There's a lot of option for these like really small lavs that are honestly designed for normal end users nowadays. You don't need to be a professional content creator. I know back when we had like our Ceramonic and our Deity, really big boy mics, those were like borderline production crew level, where like you're not going to be using those just to record a video on your iPhone. But with these are kind of designed for like, people just doing TikTok and other really simple things, or even for people like us who are a little bit, more in the professional level. They work great for everyone. Carrying case, pretty slick, uses USB-C to charge, so I definitely like to see that. And then the inside looks a lot like a DJI mic setup or like a Rode setup. So you have each mic on opposite sides, because this is two mics, so you can have one for you and one for an interviewee, or just if you have two people like Matt and I, for example, you can actually have two separate channels of audio that you can combine into stereo like we do for our videos. And they're very small and lightweight. They're actually a little bit lighter than our DJIs. Like they almost feel toy-like because of how light they are. I love the little smiley face in the front. It'll be cute once they're clipped onto you. But it does use a pretty sturdy shirt clip. I don't think these are going to have the magnets like DJI offers. I personally don't like using the magnet. It's more modular. There's a magnet you can put on the back of the clip, and then you can put on any part of your shirt that you want. I personally just like using the clip. It's quicker in my opinion. It does come with some wind filters or little mic muffs. Let's see what style this is, because I know our first DJI mics I didn't love because they kind of spun into place. And yeah, these are the exact same. They might even be like interchangeable. So they have like a little tiny clip that's probably really hard to see, where they basically, and that's the other thing about these, they're really hard to line up. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of these. The Mic 2s, the DJI that I'm wearing now, they did a wonderful job at fixing, like, see, I can barely even get that on. The Mic 2s, you check it out, it's like an actual clip. So yeah, way better. I like that a lot more than like the twist-on style. I wish that Fifine had gone with that. I mean, at the same time though, if you're not constantly taking them on and off like we are, it's not a big deal. We've just found that these like to break pretty easily over time, and they're just annoying to get on and off. Okay, I finally got it on. No, I didn't. Okay, hold on. Technical difficulties. Okay, I think I got it on. I'm not going to pull on it again because I don't feel like trying to. I mean, it's sturdy enough to where I can hold it by the hair of the mic, but I like it. It looks like a little person with an afro. It's very cute. But yeah, I don't like that design of how you put them on. But honestly, if you're not constantly taking them off, and I'm curious. Now, see, that's the reason we have to take them off, because our case won't close with them. I wish they just made them a little smaller, because you can almost close this case, and then you would never need to take them off. Now, you can see I'm wearing one for this video. You really don't need them. Now, if you're doing like interview style, they're essential, because when you get that mic close to someone's mouth and they get the plosives, like the puh, it will kind of explode in your ear. So these are nice to have. Or if you're doing anything outside, anything involving wind, you're going to want the wind filters. But if you're just doing like normal filming like this, I use mine all the time without a filter, a pop filter on it. So works just fine. Anyways, so it's a double carrying case, because you have the charging case, which, yes, this is actually a charging case. You can tell by there's actual contacts in the bottom. I don't think, yeah, it's magnetic. Yeah, magnetic, just like the DJIs. It closes, it charges, does a little bit of everything. You can plug in USB-C to actually charge the case and charge the mics, which is pretty slick. Now, inside of the secondary carrying case, we also get a couple of adapters. So obviously we're going to get our basic auxiliary to auxiliary, so that's like a 3.5 to 3.5. That's for your camera. Pretty good coiled cable. We get, oh, this is one for phones. So this is going to have a different amount of poles on it. That's what they call the little rings in the mic. It's different levels of poles. What those poles do is they do different levels of audio interface. So you have like mono, stereo, and that's basically what they're for. One's for mic, one's for input. And then we also get this one here, which is, they don't give you the old lightning port anymore. So if you need lightning, you're going to have to buy an auxiliary to lightning port, but this is just USB-C, which is what all new phones use now. They've kind of made it to where standard any new phone has to be USB-C, and that's it. Pretty simple. So basically how these mics work is they typically are, I don't know if these ones are, but normally they're going to be Bluetooth. And with the Bluetooth mics, you can hook them to pretty much anything you want. So if you have like a GoPro or something, for example, you can actually Bluetooth one of these mics straight to the GoPro with the little link mode on it. I don't know 110% if it has that. Normally they also have, which I think these do, I think they have built-in recording as well. So you can record straight to the mic. You can Bluetooth to something that's not the receiver, but by default, these are designed to where with this receiver, as soon as you turn one or both of these mics on, they automatically report to the receiver, and this receiver can hook up to a phone, a camera, whatever, just like we're doing here. It's super convenient. It's one of the best ways to film, in my opinion. You get really good sound quality. It's wireless up to like 100 feet, so you can be 100 feet away and you don't have to yell at the camera. They can still hear you very clear. And yeah, it's pretty simple. This also is USB-C for charging. The lavaliers, you can also charge USB-C, so you don't have to use the case for charging in case you only have one or whatever with you. But yeah, pretty simple setup. It seems like it's very cut and dry, just like the DJI mics or the Rode mics. It's very similar. I think none of them really have a super high competitive edge over another besides price, because the DJI Mic 2s, I think at the time of filming, are like $300. These, like I said, we're talking a fraction of the cost. So we're going to do the rest of the video using the Fifine mic and actually see how it sounds compared to the DJI. All right, so we're testing out the Fifine mic. We got the receiver on, and it's interesting how it's laid out to me because it doesn't have the full LCD display like the DJI mics have. Like the DJIs are full touchscreen, full LCD, not a whole lot of buttons. It even has a mic in port, which I don't think I saw a mic port for audio monitoring, but these are cool because they're full touchscreen. I will say it's a tiny screen, so it's not easy to navigate. The Fifine's not touchscreen. It's just like a fixed LCD display where you can press buttons on the side to change things. Right now, I'm running in I'm running in stereo mode. So I do like there's a simple button where you can press it. It switches it over to, it's like a mono mode, but it's, I guess it's mono stereo, where it fills both channels with the same audio. Right now I'm running it to where we actually have a left and a right, which I'll then combine in post. So I'll make it to where the one that's only in my left ear right now will just switch over to be full right and left equalized. But hopefully it sounds good. There's also another simple, I can change the mode for volume up to 3 times. Right now we're on the max volume, and I can see it's definitely peaking every so often. So hopefully I'm not blowing out your all's eardrums right now, but I'm trying to talk around the same level I was with the DJI. And keep in mind, I didn't go through and adjust anything on the camera. I'm running the exact same settings that the DJI was running, which we do run the DJI at negative 10 decibels. So while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to go ahead and adjust this camera. We're going to go down 1 bar, and let's see where that puts us. Okay, so I adjusted it down 1 bar, which now it looks like we're kind of getting from like the green to top of yellow, sometimes barely touching red, which is probably closer to where we want to be. We really don't want to see a whole lot of red at all. So now we're right in the middle audio channel, and yeah, let's go ahead and try the lowest now to see what that sounds like too. Okay, now we're on the lowest audio level, and actually that looks about perfect. Now we're hitting the green, getting a little bit into the yellow, and never touching the red. So yeah, I don't know if that's the equivalent of like maybe negative 10 decibels or not. It's hard to say. I'd have to like read the actual packaging, but yeah, I'm assuming that this sounds okay. We do have the muff on, the wind filter. Like I said, they really should make a difference with what I'm doing right now. But yeah, hopefully it sounds pretty good. And when do you test out both of these too to see how they sound with 2 people? Jonah.
Yes.
All right, you wanna throw one of these on?
Yeah.
All right, so I want to test out the audio with 2 people talking. All right, let me lower this some more. It's kind of interesting. The audio interface is it's all buttons, so it's like just an LCD display that's not touchscreen. So you literally, I can change each channel.
Yeah.
Just like that. So right now I have us in the lowest channel. We're still peaking every so often, like hitting the red.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's not like crackling hitting the red.
Honestly, though, if you're filming like, you know, short form content, I feel like that's kind of the range you want to be in, is usually peaking the red.
Breaking people's eardrums.
Frequently, yeah. I mean, it's just how a lot of people, that's how a lot of creators set their audio to, from what I've seen during editing. So it might be nice because a lot of the time I have to bump up our DJI mics whenever I edit.
Yeah, I put us up to like +6.
Yeah, I usually add 6 decibels. So this kind of already has that baked in. It looks like, what's going on with my PC? Oh my god. Anyways, yeah. So I hope it sounds pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, this is a dual mic test, and we're running in just like our DJIs. We have 2 separate channels right now.
Yeah, and I will say that the second that he handed me this mic, it was very, very light. It's extremely light. Like,
yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's pretty crazy, yeah, but it looks pretty good. And I like the little smiley face from their Fifine's logo. So.
Isn't it even better that, look at mine, it looks like it looks like an afro, like a little person with an afro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's nice.
All right, so now one thing I wanted to test was a lot of people are going to use these mics like vlog mics. So we're going to walk through a couple different rooms here, and I have music playing back in the film room. So right now we're walking with the AC going. There's actually some music in the kitchen. I don't know if you can hear my footsteps right now. We got some echoes in the hallway because we don't have any furniture in here. But walking into the film set, we got the music playing. It's not like loud, but it's definitely loud enough where any normal phone or normal camera would pick this up. I'm getting right next to the speaker at this point. So just seeing if it actually picks up music when I'm not even talking at all. But now we're going to go ahead and start walking away from it. And yeah, hopefully noise cancellation is good. That's one thing I will say about our DJIs is they cancel music and background sounds pretty darn well. Like, you can usually still hear them like ever so slightly, but if you know what you're doing in editing, you can completely get rid of the background noises typically. So it's pretty cool. Well, I feel like the test wouldn't be fully fair if we didn't test it out on the actual cell phone. So this is just a Google Pixel 8 Pro using USB-C. The receiver is hooked up. I will say it's a little odd because the receiver just has to kind of like dangle there. But nonetheless, it works. And honestly, compared to the DJI mic, which directly connects to the phone with the connector, but a lot of times, like if you have too thick a phone case, you have to take your case off. So having the cable, honestly, I mean, it's not the prettiest dangling, but I feel like we know we have a good, strong connection this way. So yeah, hopefully this sounds pretty good, and I think this is how a lot of people would probably use this mic anyways. Alright, so I didn't really plan on making this like a super in-depth video in all honesty because I'm not like a audiophile, but I can tell you I'm an ease of use person. I like when things are simple, and I like when they sound good and the price is good. So based on my experience from having we have 4 or 5 sets of these DJI mics, both the 1s and the 2s. I personally at home use a DJI Osmos Pocket 3 and also the Action 5. The Creator Vlog combos with both come with the DJI 2s. And so I have a lot of experience with those. I have experience with some of the older, like I said, like live mics, like Ceramonic and Deity. And I also have some experience with Holylander as well, with McAllister's mics. He bought some and did a DIY that's on this channel from a long time ago. So my overall consensus is it seems like for the camera use, so aux to aux, just auxiliary 3.5 millimeter, these sound great. I mean, just from the light testing I did where I compared my DJI to this, I didn't really notice a major difference. I think they both sound really good in their own ways. I think one of them may be better at bass while the other one's better at like treble and midtones. It seems like they kind of go back and forth. Now, the cell phone, I will say, trying on my Google Pixel, I don't know if it was just, maybe it's the auxiliary to USB-C. I don't know, but it didn't sound great from what I was comparing it to, because on the camera, the audio is like crystal clear. It sounds really good. For whatever reason, I noticed when it was plugged into my Pixel, both on the phone and on my laptop, the playback was kind of monotone and kind of almost drowned out sounding. It didn't sound amazing, so I don't know for sure if that's maybe just my phone. I may have Jonah try it on his to see if we feel like there's any difference, and if not, it kind of is what it is. We'll just say the cell phone recording is not as great, which these probably would be widely used for cell phone recording, so that may be something to keep in mind. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to check out Toasty Bros, Toasty Clips, and buy a PC today at PCBros.tech. See you guys later.